All right, welcome everyone. This is the Monitor APM weekly meeting for July 22nd. So there was I'll point everyone to the agenda. There's a number of items on there for the read-only section, just kind of announcement things. So remember to look through that. And then we have one thing on the agenda so far. So that was for Dove, if you wanted to kick us off.
Yeah, so it actually came up during a discussion that issue that I think Nicolaj opened, and it evolved into this discussion that I've opened, and I want to get your thoughts. So today we redirect all of our users to the edit page when we click on the edit dashboard. So we redirect the user to the edit page to update the YAML. And we were thinking about maybe changing this behavior. So we'll go to the web IDE. You can read through the original discussion how did we evolve into that thought process basically. I'm not sure why originally we redirect our users to the edit page instead of the web IDE. Maybe it wasn't a decision that we actually gave any thoughts around it. So I see that both Nicolaj and Ruben are +1 for that. I think that we need to make sure the behavior will be consistent across the board. So every time we will redirect our users to our repository from dashboard, then they should end up in the web IDE. So there is an issue there. I just want to bring this to your attention.
Yeah, I think that I'll add my vocal +1 that, yeah, I think the web IDE makes more sense than directly to the edit page. I'm not sure what the history was behind that, why it goes to edit, but I think it would be fine just to switch it over.
I give it a brief look before the meeting, I don't know, 10 minutes before, and I haven't found any issues regarding to the permission or anything that raise a red flag for me for now on. It wasn't very in-depth analysis, but it seems that it shouldn't be any problem to change edit page to web IDE.
Great.
Good.
So yeah. That was it from my side.
All right, Amy.
Yeah, so I am working on the index pages for the new directory structure that I've set up. And I am trying to make clearer on the metrics/dashboard page why this is different from the metrics dashboard. And I need to figure out exactly what to call it. Do we have a preferred name for this? Custom dashboards, user-created dashboards?
Well, now we call it custom dashboard, I think.
Yeah, amongst ourselves, we've been calling it custom dashboards.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I don't know if that's. We can definitely rename it if there is a better name.
Yeah, that's what I thought also. That if we think of aligning on terminology and we want to change it, yeah, I don't think custom dashboard is something someone really thought about.
Okay, and my
if we're thinking about a different name, I'm also +1 for changing it.
I wanted to make sure that we settled on something so that I could be consistent. And then a quick follow-up, which I don't expect will have much discussion here for Matt and for Dove. Do we have any already written wording about the things that we're offering at a high level, because that main operations page has nothing right now. It's always had nothing, but we really should put something there. And that page feels more like a high level marketing page to me. And I'm wondering if we've got wording we've already written that we could steal.
Which page are you referring to?
Just / operations. It's going to introduce metrics, alerts, incidents, a lot of different topics, but none of them in a great deal of depth. That's why it feels like marketing writing to me. If you have something or you know of links, just send them to me. I'm not quite ready to tackle that page yet, but advance warning never hurts.
Yeah, maybe we can look to some of the, you mentioned marketing. There is some marketing page for operation. Maybe we can look at those and see if it makes sense. Like highlight high level features that we have, so we can tie it into that.
Okay, all right, that's all I've got.
Cool. I just think another issue more related to the backend. Probably most of you saw it. Matt, I'm not sure if you had a chance to look at it because you were off when I opened it. Just going through and listing what I believe are like major changes to our architecture, or major changes to our project that I believe things that we should start look at. Like some of them needs like a spike issue, some of them we already conduct a spike issue, and probably we'll start like prioritizing what we need. Not sure if we'll have time to do that in this year, but like those are like significant issues that I would like to see how we'll be able to accomplish throughout the year. Yeah, so you can read through that. And Nicholas, I saw that unfortunately I'm not sure if it was recorded, so sorry for dragging you to that discussion. There is an ongoing discussion around storing dashboard in the database. Like there is an open issue. So I also wanted to get like the team opinion. So most of the discussion is in the issue. But if someone want to like verbalize or vocalize some of his thoughts around that, I'll be more than happy to discuss this. Originally, I opened this issue because I wanted to better understand how we can treat our dashboard the same. And it's also related, by the way, Amy, to your question about custom dashboard and user-created dashboard. Further down the road, they will all be dashboards. That's my aspiration. That it's not a custom dashboard, and it's not a default dashboard, and it's not out of the box dashboard. Dashboard is a dashboard, no matter what. And that was my issue. This is how I start, and it evolved into why won't we store the dashboards in the database? So if indeed this is something that eventually will solve that problem, then maybe this is something we should start looking at. Just, throwing it in the air as a discussion item. If you have any thoughts around it, you can put it on the issue. We can talk about it now.
So regards to the storing the dashboard in the database, as I mentioned in Slack, we will have the separate meeting because I remember Ruben asked for a synchronous call last time, and I scheduled it for the next week. This week I'm not able to put my focus onto that because I'm doing the SRE shadow. So I didn't have enough time to prepare correctly for that meeting. That's why I moved it.
It's all good. Sorry for putting you on the spot. I didn't notice.
No worries.
The Slack message. Yeah, we can push it for the next meeting, and it's a good reminder for us to go really through this issue as well. So thanks.
So I invited the APM backend team, also Matt, Clement, and Yudov. If anyone else wants to participate in this discussion around storing dashboards in the database, feel free to reach out to me or any other invited person, and we can add more people to the group. I just don't thought that there'll be much interest out of the backend side around this matter, so feel free to just chime in if you want.
Do you think someone from the health team? Do you think someone from the health team is also interested in this discussion?
I directly asked Peter to hand over this message to the health team that we're planning to move this. And as far as I know, he did. But there was no sign of interest in the issue, so I'm sure.
Okay.
Also, Clement is, as far as I know, Clement is also part of the health team, so I guess there is like some multiple connections to the health team. So I don't know.
Okay.
I can ask Peter again if he wants to participate.
Yeah. Okay, now I'll ask Kenny. I don't know if you want. I know that he had some question. He had like one thought. So maybe you would like to join, maybe not. But yeah, I'll do that.
Just one thing I want to mention is that since I think we want to continue allowing users to define dashboards in their repository via YAML files. Even if we store the entire dashboard in the database, it won't solve the problem of editing out-of-the-box dashboards, because, well, we still want to allow users to define custom dashboards in their repository.
So the main reason which I thought that would help, this would help. Okay, just a quick head up for this AMA coming next week. The main idea was that when we will create the project and repository entries in the database, we can also plug into that process and create the dashboard entry for such project. So we are not supposed, and we cannot create the file in the user project. Therefore, we cannot create their own version of the out-of-the-box dashboard. But we are able to create the database record. And if we will move the dashboards from the dashboard stays from the repository to the database, we could create out-of-the-box dashboard alongside other user-created dashboards that would appear later on. And that dashboard could be entered either via UI, like from creating the custom metrics, or even if we expand this to be able to create whole custom dashboard. And also we could plug into the post commit pipeline, which was described in the issue. So whenever there is a change to the dashboard directory, .gitlab /dashboard directory, we could ingest those files and move it into the database. So that was like the main reasoning. And that's why I raised this discussion around this issue about being able to modify the out-of-the-box dashboards.
Yes, I see your point. So if we change the source of truth from the files to the database, then yeah, it would help make out-of-the-box dashboards editable.
Just backing up a sec, I put this in the agenda, but I'll vocalize it as well. I had a question. I see Dove's answering it right now, but the issue that has all of the large epics for the backend team, I was just wondering if there's actions we want to take, or if there's some outcome that Dove you were looking for.
Yeah, I didn't come for. I mean, when I created this issue, I was reading through like several responses from multiple threads, and I just want to have like a single place where we can see like all the like the big things that we want to do. You know, maybe there will be some outcome out of it. I'm not quite sure yet where we're heading, but it's always good to have like a single place, because I kind of realize, okay, it needs like, it's a massive effort behind that. So if you are aware of any other, obviously add them there. I think, you know, at least for me, it helped me like understanding, okay, so what I was coming from, I'm saying, okay, if I want to plan like the next like 3 to 4 iterations, what are the things that we need to focus on, and then understand what is the user value, because like there are some items there that I'm saying, okay, they are important, but they are not like blockers. Like for instance, user today can create dashboard. Okay, it's not like the best experience, but they create a dashboard. But for instance, they cannot plug in multiple Prometheus instances. So like one of the issues there is how can we support multiple Prometheus instances? So like when I'm thinking about, okay, what's like more important for the user now, and then it helped me say, okay, yeah, I want to store dashboard in the database, and it will be like great experience if we can make like custom and out of the box dashboard, editable and everything. But then again, we have this another big task around like the multiple Prometheus instance, which is completely different, but it's mainly like a backend work. So for me, it helped me like prioritize what's more important, why, and like basically that's where I was coming from. So there's no like expectation from that. Just like go over there, see if it makes sense. You know, add more issues if you think, like add more description, and then I'll schedule things the way I believe it should.
Great, thanks. Yeah, that's what I was expecting, but I was making sure that you weren't waiting on me for something else on that. So thank you.
Cool.
All right. Is there anything else, other topics people want to bring up?
Yeah, I just want to congratulate everyone for a great release for 13.2. I think it was a massive effort from the entire team, and yeah, I just want to call out everyone, you know, on the hard work we've done. Yeah, definitely see it.
Great. All right. Thanks, everyone. I think that'll call it there then. So have a good rest of your day, and we'll talk soon.
Bye-bye.